Police emergency.
Hi, some men have just robbed a DPD van and the delivery driver's on the floor.
They just robbed a DPD van.
Oh my God, they've hit him in the head, yeah. It's really bad, in an ambulance immediately. He's conscious but barely. There's blood everywhere.
Get some scene tape up, mate. Down the far end.
663 for the log. We're 6 minutes into CPR.
Thank you.
And also add to the log that behind the DPD driver is a broken steel golf club that's bent in the middle. Can't find the head at this time.
So stop CPR and time is 13:44.
Our victim, Armand Singh, is declared deceased at 13:44 hours.
Nobody was approached us, so we found who was witnessed the actual incident.
So I want CCTV be scoped out in and around those areas. I want to identify the vehicles. I want to know how many vehicles there are, and then I want to identify the nominals attached to each vehicle.
So, in your own words, can you tell me what happened?
I looked on the camera. Oh, DPD's here. So as I come out there, I could hear shouting. I thought that's strange. And then I saw the neighbours running.
Yeah.
So that's why I came at the house. I've come out and seen what was going on. Saw the gentleman on the floor. He was non-responsive to the hole in his head.
In the footage, Armand Singh can be seen in the delivery van just moments before the attack. It's the last known image of the victim alive. 1 hour before the attack, they make a discovery.
DPD van appears, goes up the road and then disappears behind more houses. Then, literally about 30 seconds later, the Audi pulls out, follows that up, closely followed a few seconds later by the white Mercedes, both heading up Berwick Avenue. But they've been there at least an hour, maybe more. It appears they're just laying in wait, waiting for the van to arrive. 1307 is post-incident, and they're heading away from the scene, out of town, back towards the Shrewsbury bypass. I don't know quite what the intel is, but the Mercedes has been discovered dumped on Kynaston Road.
So the white vehicle, which they think is the second vehicle, is in Kynaston Road.
Kynaston Road?
Here.
Oh, right.
Apparently it's been there since 1:40. The engine's cold, and there's no one with it.
No one seen leaving the vehicle.
It's gone through the Hindley cameras.
The grey Audi has triggered a number plate recognition camera. First on the scene is PC Bradley Mercer Wilkinson, alone and in an unmarked car.
Zulu Romeo 28, I got contact with the vehicle believed involved in a murder in Shrewsbury. No, I'm not an armed asset. I'm Staff's Roads Policing. I have been deployed looking for it, but I'm not armed. Do you want me to maintain eyeball until we've got impasse and armed assets nearby? OK.
10 miles away, a team of armed officers is scrambled, and an impasse helicopter is sent from Birmingham to monitor the pursuit from the air. Hovering nearly 2,000 feet above the vehicle, the helicopter monitors everything without the suspects noticing.
Yankee Mike, the driver looks like a male, tattooed right arm, just for information. Yeah, rear near side passenger out, just going to the boot of the vehicle, white t-shirt, black tracksuit bottoms. Yeah, he's just looking at something in his boot at the moment, stand by. Yeah, male's out, he's got something concealed in what looks like a grey hoodie of some description, like a long, slender item. He's just gone towards one of the addresses, stand by for the location. He's ditched that item at the address and he's just walking back to the vehicle. 5-1 for info, the item I mentioned, possibility it could be a shotgun of some description at all. I'd say I didn't get a visual on it, so it was covered. Vehicle's now at the entry point to the close and he's turning left back onto Hellier Avenue. Vehicle is making way through traffic now, Horsley Heath towards the Great Western Way roundabout.
The pursuit is picked up by a team of officers with dogs.
Okay, vehicle's held at the roundabout at the moment.
Vehicle's pulling over. What do you want me to do, over?
Yeah, YM1 is happy for you to approach.
Stay there, they're all for you. Show me your hands. Show me your hands, Dave. Show me your hands. All for
Driver not out of the vehicle at this stage, ever.
Put your hands behind your back! Do it now! Hands behind your back! Put your hands behind your back! You too! Hands behind your back!
Boot clear, vehicle clear!
Back at the cul-de-sac, Bradley searches for the discarded item.
Still around me to just for info, it's an axe in this bin, covered in a hoodie.
That'll do me.
All 4 suspects are about to be interviewed for the first time.
Do you know Armin? What time did you start driving that vehicle yesterday?
Were there any weapons in the car?
Everyone stayed silent until suspect number 4, Arshdeep, was called in.
I picked up the golf stick from the car. I saw that everybody was wanting that guy. I tried to pull some of them back.
Did you strike him with that golf club?
Oh, golf club, I just threw the golf club and ran.
Would you be forensically linked to Armin Singh?
No.
Would there be any forensics in terms of DNA or blood from Armin Singh on you?
The search for weapons continues along the length of the street and turns up something critical: the missing head of the golf club. The team is still lacking a motive for Armin's murder. But then they receive information about an incident in Derby the day before he was attacked.
2 or 4 people injured after violence broke out at a sports event in Derby have been released from hospital.
The intelligence suggests that Armin is being blamed for an assault on an unnamed male during the unrest.
Do we know why they're having a go at him?
No.
Okay.
And, right, if I just pause that there. This guy is in the blue jacket. He's got like a woolly hat on. It's got DPD on the back.
If the intelligence is correct, and the gang believe the man in the DPD hat is Armin, then his murder could be an act of revenge.
What time is it? Sunday afternoon, about 4?
It's Sunday afternoon, yeah.
Less than 24 hours later, Armin's located and killed. That may well lend itself to there's an inside man at DPD giving them the information as to where Armin's going to be at a particular time.
As the search continues, a phone call is received from a member of the public.
And they're there. So it was Tuesday afternoon and I'd gone down Hubert Way to walk the dog, and in the hedge was a spade and a hockey stick, which I thought was a bit strange. So I picked them both up thinking that somebody had had the shed broken into. And it wasn't until this afternoon when I read on the news app, I suddenly thought, oh, maybe I picked something up I shouldn't have picked up.
Convinced that both items must have been used in the attack, the search team relocates once more to where they were found.
Ah, here's a clue.
Appears to be blood.
All right, Sophie's recovered about a 1 metre long piece of wood, about 10 feet from where the dog walker indicated the hockey stick and shovel were. She pulled it out of the undergrowth and one end is covered with blood. We presume that's blood. We're testing to see if it is. If it goes pink, it's blood.
Nice and pink.
It's now all about the forensics. One of Arshdeep's trainers is being analysed after spots of blood were seen on it, along with a golf club thought to have been used in the attack. The results are sent to Mark.
Black golf club handle AK1. There's no evidence to support the view that Manjot, Shivdeep or Jagdeep
have contributed their DNA to the results. All of the components comprising the DNA profile of Arshdeep are represented within this result. So Arshdeep is holding the golf club. You'll be pleased to know that we have a full DNA profile obtained from the blood on the outer aspect of the trainer, which matches the DNA profile of Armand Singh. Fantastic.
The focus is now on the remaining 3 suspects: Manjot, Jagdeep, and Shivdeep. Each of them had a mobile phone seized, which DS Andy Dawson has spent the last 2 days reviewing.
Ready? They filmed it. Was it Arshdeep that deposited it at the address?
Yeah, it's Arshdeep that got out of the car, but that's actually in Jagdeep's hands.
Yes, that's on the opposite side, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's on the driver's side.
Yeah, Jagdeep.
To work out who is holding the piece of wood, the team looks back at the arrest footage.
So that's Arshdeep.
To see if it can provide a clue.
Manjot on the floor on the near side.
The arrest is necessary to prevent your disappearance and for a prompt and effective investigation.
That's in Manjot's hands, isn't it?
The video evidence and the phone analysis means that all 3 remaining suspects can be charged with murder. The examination of mobile phone data has thrown up one unexpected piece of evidence.
Right. Where have you seen that before? Someone's taken a picture of the van and sent it to Arshdeep.
The data reveals it was sent from an Indian number, saved under the name Sukhman, PNNU. Looking at DPD's records, the team can also see that later that morning, someone has accessed details of Armand's route.
So Arshdeep calls him at 9:58 and has a 32-second conversation with him. By 10 o'clock the cars were en route, so that could be the one that's prompted them to go.
But this time, it's a UK number, but stored under the same name as the earlier Indian one. Tracing it leads them to a DPD employee, Sukhmandeep Singh. Now they have a possible identity for their inside man. Detectives get ready for an arrest.
Police officers! Police!
Hello. Who's in here, please?
What's your name, mate?
Sukhmandeep. You're under arrest on suspicion of murder. You're not saying anything about my home defence if you answer my question. Anything you do so, maybe give evidence.
How can the rest help him?
If somebody assists an offender to enable them to carry out that crime, they can be as culpable as the person who's committed the crime.
Five men will now stand trial for the murder of Armand Singh. It will be up to a jury to decide if they're guilty.
Armand's family have understandably been left shattered when he was tragically killed in such a brutal attack. My thoughts and condolences remain very much with them. I do have a few words that have just been expressed to me by Armin's mother, who has asked me to say that this case should serve as a warning to any persons who chooses violence. Not only will it have a devastating impact upon the families of the victim, but also the wasted lives of those offenders who now spend many years in jail.
Despite those convictions, there are still suspects on the run. Which means Operation Columbia isn't over.